Afternoon, YouTube. This here's Jeb with you once again. Take another drive. This time heading towards where the hell am I going? I don't even know where I am. Heading towards Alex Bell, 741. Alex Bell 741. Kind of in my own world there for a second. Anyway, so right now cruising along Alex Bell, heading towards 741, but I'm going to make a turn up here. I wanted to take a little drive by an old church. There's another church over there, Lutheran church. Lutherans, they have certain kind of beliefs. Follow after that fella Martin Luther, protesting against the Catholic Church. Well, this here's another church that just that in their own way developed their own kinds of churches. This here's Baptist Church, heading right towards it. This is known as the church on top of the hill. This is Moraine Heights Baptist Church. I attended this church when I was a youngin'. In fact, I was pretty much raised in this church. Now, I do remember going to other churches with my mama. She actually went to Far Hills Baptist for a while. Far Hills Baptist don't exist no more. Now it's one of them charismatic churches, I'm pretty sure. It's called Apex. It's over there on Far Hills. That'd make sense, wouldn't it? It's at Far Hills Baptist Church. The Apex right there where Far Hills Baptist used to be. And I do remember my mama going there, but we moved. And she started going to this here church. And now I have a lot of memories of this church. Quite a few. There's a lot of interesting little remnants around here. In fact, I might get out of the car. I've always been kind of intrigued about this. See that opening up there? I wonder what that was. I don't know. Let's go check it out. You wanna? Let's do that. Turn the car off. Hopefully nobody's going to want to come up here, but the way it usually works, as soon as I park here, somebody's going to want to pull in and go by, but I think I've left enough room. Oh, now Maggie, you just stay in the car, hon. I got my puppy with me again. All right, now see here. I just wonder what that is. Yeah, folks, that's just allergies. Don't worry. I know people hear a cough nowadays and they think, uh-oh! And trust me, I kind of do too. Anyways, look at this here place. If I can access it without falling on my keister. Hope there ain't some cult living in here. Look at that. I don't know. There's a table in there. Look at that. Let's go in here. In fact, I smell kerosene. There's beer bottles laying over there. Oh, looky there. What do we have here? Oh yeah. An empty bottle of Corona. Boy, ain't that appropriate. Okay. Now see, this looks like a little fortress, don't it? Yeah. I think this might be somebody's abode. I think this, yep, look at that. There's a place to lay right there. Yep. There's their window. I gotta tell you, if I was homeless, this probably would be one of the kind of places I'd look for. I say homeless, maybe this person considers this their home, I don't know. Anyway, I've always just been here as long as I can remember. I just wonder what it once was. I have no idea. My puppy's watching me. She's wondering what I'm doing. There's Munger again. Go up these steps here. See, there's another structure right there. I mean, it almost looks like this was somebody's little house. Yeah, I'm not sure what it used to be, but, and I tell you, I smell kerosene. I just wonder what this used to be. I remember, like I said, I was young and used to go to this church, and it was here back then. That was a long time ago. I ain't that old, but I'm pretty old. I'm getting pretty old. I'm getting up there. I'm talking like, you know, back in the late 70s, when I was just a wee lad. And I was born again. I was baptized in this here church. I sure was. I responded to an altar call given by Pastor Travis Hudson. Yep. Got saved when I was 9-year-old. Got baptized too shortly thereafter. Oh boy. How am I going to get down here without breaking my keister? Oh, let's go this way. Alright, that was kind of an unexpected little visit. I saw that there though. I recalled it from all the times I've been here when I was younger, and I always wondered about it. Oops. There's my finger you just saw. Okay. There it is. There's another view of it. Now I'll give you a little bit more history about this area. This used to be, there are woods here, of course. So these are remnants though. See all that down there? This might be hard for you to see. But anybody familiar with this area on Alex Bell towards 741 where Kroger, Meyer, where they're located? They'll be able to tell you what this used to look like before all the developments. I remember when this was all woods. All the way down this hill. Now you can maybe see openings there, different living places. Used to back in the day. This was all woods. Thick with woods, thick with trees. And this still is, it was actually harder to see that back at one time, that little fortress there. And I remember me and my pappy, we used to hike these woods. In fact, I'm pretty sure I carved my name on one of these trees in these woods. I can't begin to remember which one it was. I wonder if it's still here. Well, that'd be something else if it was, wouldn't it? I do remember I carved my name in one of these trees when I went hiking here with my dad many years ago. Alright, well, let's get back in the car. Drive up by this church. It's actually, that was my main intention for going this way. Alright. Here we go. Okay, now heading back up the hill to find the church on the hill. That's Moraine Heights Baptist Church. Let's see, here, oh, here's another. Here we go again. See, I've forgotten about some of these places here. Alright, gotta get out and take a look at this too. Alright, now look at this. This is something I always wondered about too, driving up here. Because yeah, I remember driving up this hill when I was a kid. And there's this, it was here too. So what is that? I mean, obviously a wall, yeah. Remnants of something, I'm not sure what. I just wonder years ago what all this looked like, what these were back in the thickets here, these woods. And there's something else right along the way here. Now we can get a much better view of what I was talking about just a little bit ago. But anyway, see what this right here. This looks like some kind of an overlook. Used to be part of some house, somebody's home. I don't know, I'm just guessing here. I find it fascinating. All right, now let's step over here. Hopefully there's no loose ground here and I take a horrible fall. Okay, now you know what I'm talking about. See all that down there? Like right there, not all of it. A lot of that's been here for a long time, I admit. But these woods were a lot thicker than they are now. And right there, what I'm zooming in on right there, those places weren't there. That was all woods. Now I'm not saying this was like a big wilderness or anything. I guess when I was a little kid it seemed that way. But even so, these woods were much thicker than they used to be. There's other stuff that's always been here and I've always wondered about it. If anybody knows what it might be, I'd really appreciate the information. Okay, get back in the car. I think I'm just gonna hold on to the camera. Boy, it's got nippy. When I first came out today, it felt like it was in the 60s. Now it's feeling like it's dipped into the lower 50s. Maybe even lower. Especially with that wind. Okay, now we're coming up the hill. And like I said, my mama, she used to go Far Hills Baptist, which is Southern Baptist, as far as I recall. And many people consider that to be, well, that's pretty conservative. They're pretty strict, yep. Even though some would say not as strict as they once were, which is why some decided they'd go ahead and start their own Baptist denomination, and this is why we have this here church. Moraine Heights. This is what they call an independent Baptist church. Even back in the day, back when Southern Baptists were considered strict, conservative, this church wanted to go even further. They're more, they're called independent for a good reason. They are independent. I may not remember all this right, but I'm pretty sure they're really skeptical about any kind of church government, any kind of governmental structure. That's one thing they didn't like about the Southern Baptists. And also they thought the Southern Baptists were just getting a little too fast and free with their theology. And so started having these here churches. So this is Moraine Heights. This is still, as far as I know, an independent Baptist church. Back when I attended, I don't know if it's still like this, back when I attended, women weren't allowed to wear pants. Nope. And men, if you came in here with long hair, boy, you'd hear about it. I remember one guy got saved, and he had long hair. I remember the preacher said, you can go get that haircut now, can't you? I always thought that was kind of inappropriate. You know, I mean, the guy went up there, you know, had the courage to get up there, respond to an altar call. Preacher says, okay, maybe you're gonna get your hair cut now. He's probably just trying to be funny, but anyway, I always thought maybe there were better things he could have said under the circumstances. I don't want to be too judgmental. But anyway, this is Moraine Heights Baptist Church. Set apart here on this hill is very appropriate. Is these independent Baptists, very, very fundamentalistic. If it's not King James Bible, it ain't the Bible as far as they're concerned. The Southern Baptists don't even believe that anymore. So independent Baptists still very much hold to these kinds of tenets. Very strict, and I was raised in that kind of thing. I have good memories of it, though, I gotta admit. Pastor Travis Hudson, he's a good preacher, he's a good man. You know, I remember talking with him. I remember, even though I was really young, I remember him really well. I remember when he baptized me. I remember his voice and how he sounded, how peaceful he sounded. I remember that to this very day. I get a lot of peace out of just thinking about that. He's a good man. He was. For a while, his son Terrell was in charge. He became pastor, and he's not here anymore, as far as I know. Keep in mind, I ain't been at his church in years. In fact, this is the first time I've even drove by it in probably years, I guess. I don't know how many. like all churches right now, there's something else to think about. It's one reason I wanted to drive by here at this time. No church now. Ain't no church allowed. Churches cannot conduct services because crowds cannot gather. Which really is kind of scary when you think about it. That can get my conspiratorial mind churning, but I'm not going to go there. It does, I don't know. It's weird, folks, I tell you. I don't remember a time when churches were ever shut down. I don't. I can't think of it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, they shouldn't be doing that. Under the circumstances, I think it can curb the virus and the spread of it. But still, part of me just thinks, ooh, there's just something creepy, there's something spooky about that. Anyway, my mind can run loose sometimes. Anyways, this is the church. Moraine, there's another little house there. I don't know if anybody lives there now, but at one time, I'm pretty sure either the choir director, the music director, or the youth minister lived there. Their family, I don't know what it is now. This church always kind of, even from a pretty young age, I don't know, you're not looking at it, set on this hill like that, especially back in the day when the woods were a lot thicker. I don't know, it always kind of reminded me of a kind of compound. You could just imagine a bunch of militants in here, you know. Now I'm not saying they're like that, but I just, my imagination can run off with me, and I can just imagine like some cult being up here with a bunch of guns and ammo and keeping people away and setting up a little compound up here. Right there, and there's one of the places where they live. Some of these churches, they used to have these games they'd play. It's kind of interesting. They were called, what were the names? Underground Church, I think it was called. It was the Underground Church game, but it really wasn't supposed to be a game. It was something you were supposed to take real seriously. Basically, kids could spend the night in the church, and the adults would pretend like they were communists, and we had to hide from them. They were searching us out, and we had to hide as best we could from them. And if they found us, you were out of the game. Fortunately, they'd say, now, this is just a game, but one day, this might not be a game. Now, here we are. No church service allowed. It's kind of weird, I guess. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna drive off here. They got the dog out here, and they might be wondering who is this person out here filming. That's all right. All right, now heading back down the hill. Woods are still pretty thick up that way and this way. Again, heading back down there, and I remember, back when I was a boy. At wintertime, this could be just terrifying for a little 3 or 4 year old, and I remember it. I was about that age. That's one of the memories I have, believe it or not. I have a pretty good memory, I always have. Back when I was about 4, coming up these big hills in the wintertime, because my mama especially, she said, I don't care if it's snowing, we're going to church. And we'd go up that hill, and I just imagine us veering off those curves and tumbling down those woods in a ball of fire. Thank God that never happened, but boy, in my young mind, I could see that happening. And one time I remember, I think it was this hill. See that ditch right there? It don't look like much, does it? It's not really, but I remember my mama, she took too sharp of a turn. She turned in there, and she went right in that ditch. I thought we were gonna die. I did. I thought for sure. I was traumatized by that. Of course, like I said, I was only 3 or 4 year old. Anyway, okay, well that's it for now. Just thought I'd share a bit of my childhood with y'all and go by my old church. It's kind of nice to relive memories and circumstances like this. Again, I hope everybody's hanging in there, keeping yourselves occupied well. Now's a good time maybe read the Bible. Haven't been by my old church. Kind of motivated to do that myself. All right, I'm signing out for now.